What's up? I'm Herman26. I'm here to give you my PWG As the Worm Turns review and PWG Titannica reviews together. This show happened actually in late February. This one happened in mid-April. So I'm going to review both these shows for you guys. Overall, they're both great. Although I think the Titannica is actually overrated as a whole. I didn't have as much fun watching as most people did, but there's one amazing match on it. And for As the Worm Turns, I'll get to that first. Let's do that first because that happened. Well, chronologically first. So, the opener was Johnny Goodtime and Jerome LTV Robinson versus Malachi Jackson and Ryan Taylor. A lot of fun, just throwing the four young guys out there in a tag team match. Having a lot of fun, cementing the tag team of Goodtime and Robinson. Just very fun little match here, nothing special, 3 stars. Then we got the Brandon Gatson versus Scott Laws. Basically, they wanted, I know they wanted to get Brandon Gatson among the young PWG guys, gave him like the biggest little push. So a good way of doing that here. Besides that, not really, it's probably the worst match. Well, no, there's a match on Titannica that was barely worse, but of the two shows, it was only okay, but they gave him a win here, so I did like it. 2 3/4 stars. Then we got to Chris Sabin versus Roderick Strong. This match was supposed to happen night 1 of 2009 Battle of Los Angeles, I believe, but Chris Sabin had an injury, so he was replaced by Johnny Goodtime in that tournament, so they're having it here. They gave him a little bit of time, and they just have really good chemistry for whatever reason. Just they didn't do all that much together, and they came off great. If they had gone a little longer, it would have been a great match. But you know, it was very good for what it was. But I think that if they give them a little more time, they could put on a great match, maybe even amazing. But that's pushing it a little bit. It's 3.5. Then we got to a very fun match: the Cutler brothers and Christina Von Eerie versus Brandon, Bonham, Candice, LeRae, and Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan, I guess, is a face now. He'd been healed for so long, maybe he just plays a face in this match. Christina Von Eerie is very over. It's very because they probably have another girl in the person besides Candice LeRae after all this time, so she's very over. Cutler brothers are great. I really like them. Brandon Bonham, I think, is okay. I mean, I don't really like the use of his finisher because it comes out kind of weak compared to P.D. Williams, but and besides, Candice LeRae looked good here. Good to see them all kind of in the ring together. Very kind of. It was kind of a weird spot and cool spot at the same time. Candice LeRae and Joey Ryan did the combination ballplex, boobplex on Christina Von Eerie and I believe Brandon Cutler. So it was just a very fun match. A lot of stuff that kind of led to their one match at Titannica. So I liked it. 3 stars. Then we got to a match that actually, I'm surprised that this didn't get a better rating than a little bit. Chris Eerie versus Alex Shelley. This match was very good, but it could have been a lot better. Because you have 2 guys like talented like an Alex Shelley and a Chris Hero, but together they put on a very good match. I mean, I bet you they do it again. They could put on a great match and then a match back to the American WXW show. I still haven't seen that. I kind of want to, but I don't know how that match compares to this one. But I really like it. I'm gonna give it 3.5. Yeah, it was a little better than Sabin versus Strong. I'll even say that. Then we got to the PWG World Tag Team Championship match. This match was very surprising, I'll tell you that. Young Bucks, Generation Me, whatever you know them as, Nick and Matt Jackson, Max and Jeremy Buck versus El Generico and Chuck Taylor, who were rivals for a long time, and now they're going to team for one show. They're known as the 2 skinny black guys of low moral fiber. I wanted to get that name out there. Yeah, just a very solid match here. No problems with it at all. 4 stars, it was great, and it was kind of obvious what was going to happen, though, because, I mean, I really didn't see Chuck Taylor and El Generico winning at all. It's kind of obvious because they're rivals, they're going to go back to feuding or just kind of leave each other alone now. So, 4 stars, but it was very good. I really do miss having the Young Bucks on the Indies full time. So I really do miss it. So that's why I'm really looking forward to their return to Ring of Honor. And every time I watch a match of theirs, that is an indie match now, I really think that, honestly. I think that every single time I watch a match of theirs. So 4 stars. And then we get the main event of the night, Kenny Omega versus Davey Richards for the PWG World Championship. This match, I heard it was such a highlight when I got on here. I thought, the first thing, when I watched this match, when I was done watching, I'm like, well, that's it? Like, I mean, it's amazing. I don't want to sound like a spoiler or anything, but I'm like, don't get me wrong, it was an amazing match, but everybody was like, oh my god, like the 3rd best match this year. I'm like, no, it's not even close. And I really just was, it kind of fell flat up to the level, if you're trying to compare it to like the matches of your candidates, it really doesn't compare to Black and Richards, or I see some people like giving it like I saw 4 3/4. Well, 4 3/4. I mean, it isn't that far away, but I really didn't think that this had any shot of reaching past just a weak 4.5 level. Honestly, I didn't think that. But honestly, it was a great match, an amazing match, a lot of good stuff. That's why I think that Richards and Omega. If the Richards stuff is true with him retiring at the end of the year, okay. But that's why I thought. I think right now that Richards and Omega are the future. Ring of Honor lead them into the future. Kenny Omega is a future Ring of Honor World Champion, but I just really, really loved this match, and I don't want to sound spoiled, sorry you guys, but I really did like it, and I really do recommend picking up the show 8.5. But the match Kenny Omega Dave Richards does not make my top 10 for this year, but a match on this show does. All right, Brandon Bonham versus Malachi Jackson, probably the worst match in any of the two shows, but it didn't go all that long. But as again, I don't like Brandon Bonham's finisher. I kind of like him. I'm not the biggest fan, but I think he needs a different finisher. Honestly, I think he does. 2 3/4. Then we get Brandon Gatson versus Ryan Taylor. Apparently, they have a feud outside of PWG, like in other Southern California indie promotions, and they brought it here to PWG. So it went a little long. It actually went too long for my liking. I know that they're trying to give the young guys a little more spotlight on the show, but still, you gave them like 5 minutes longer than they probably needed. So only 3 stars here, but it was good for what it was. Then we got the Cutler brothers versus Johnny Goodtime and Jerome Robinson. This match was pretty good. I liked it. I'm not a big LTP fan, and he showed it in this match. I mean, he can do flips and stuff, but he just comes off as a bad version of some of the wrestlers that have the same style as him. So I kind of don't like that for whatever reason. But Goodtime is very, very good. Robinson's all right. I do enjoy watching his matches. I'm not like turned off on him like some other guys. And the Cutler brothers are great, so 3 stars for what it was. I really, really like the Cutler brothers finisher. It comes off very cool every time they hit it. Then I got to a very, very weird match, and a match that I probably didn't enjoy as much as anybody else on here. El Generico and Paul London. A lot of stalling in the beginning, and just it came out very sloppy beginning, and then they did this whole thing where Paul London dragged El Generico to the bar area, and it just all dragged out. But because the ending was great, the ending sequence was great, even though it came out. Paul London hit the shooting star press a little sloppy. It just came out very, very weird to me, and I really didn't get into this match at all. 3 stars, but because the ending was so great, I have to give it a good rating. But it just came out very sloppy, a very, very weird match from PWG. I didn't like it all that much. Then, especially for where I was supposed to like it, a Paul London and El Generico match, which are 2 guys I like a lot, but for whatever reason, if they just went out there and wrestled, I would have probably given it 4 stars because they're that good. I think they have that kind of chemistry together, but now they're a tag team, so we'll see about that. Then we got to Joey Ryan versus Christina Von Eerie, a very, very fun match. Just got to show Christina Von Eerie, give her some time out there, put her on a card as a singles match without facing Candice LeRae, so I did enjoy that. And Joey Ryan kind of, just a little bit of a comedy match. I really, really enjoyed it. So probably the only 3 matches I truly, truly enjoyed on the card were Joey Ryan, Christina Von Eerie, Richards and Strong, and the Young Bucks Briscoes. So if you want to skip the first 4 matches, I don't see why not, because you're not missing anything. And then we got to a match which actually now is 10th on my Match of the Year countdown for like right now, because I still have to watch Kenton Marufuji, which I just have to get to watching. But I'm pretty sure that's going to beat this. But Davey Richards and Roderick Strong, just a great, great match. This match probably would be 4 3/4 if there wasn't a little bit of stalling in the beginning and there was a little bit of a slow period. But besides that, I loved this match. Just great sequences from these 2. I was waiting to see kind of a long match from them, and finally I saw one, and I loved it. I loved it a lot. 4.5. I don't want to give out any of the match or the moves that happened in the match. So there's that. Then we got to the main event of the Young Bucks versus the Briscoes for the PWG World Championship, Tag Team Championship. This match was very, very good to great. Actually, it was great, but the ending came off. It just seems to spoil with these PWG main events, but the main event, you kind of got to give a good feel at the end of the show, but this left just a bad taste in my mouth, this ending to this match. I mean, it came off very cheap, very predictable. Why can't you give Young Bucks just a clean win? I don't get it. I mean, it pissed me off a little, but it was still a great match. I did enjoy it. Good to see the Briscoes back in PWG, but it was kind of a short show, so it was kind of easy to sit through as well. But just the end of the Young Bucks Briscoes was just there to me. I mean, it was, and they had just like this great sequence before it. So, Only 4 stars, but 8.25. I do recommend picking both these up. PWG off to another good year. I'll see you guys later.